Alright, alright everyone, welcome back to our next Part 10 playthrough of Ultima Plus. So, tonight is going to be kind of a special night. Even if you're not live, you're going to see huge change and surprise. And I think one might blow your mind. If it does, please put it in the comment section once this becomes a VOD. So, hope everyone's doing good. We're going to be doing a lot of optional content tonight. Start seeing the full meat and potatoes. So, before we begin, if you're new here, thumbs up and a sub on Twitch. On YouTube would greatly help me there, and on Twitch. Follow and a sub help me there until the end of this month. If you sub, doesn't matter which one, you gain VIP status. So, last time we completed a giant. We got a few surprises. Pretty much every party member is in the game is now with you other than Sid. But we still have one more semi-hidden one to get. And why is that important? Because I don't believe it's in any other Final Fantasy ROM hack except for this one. Somebody in chat can correct me. So, let's get going. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer, but everything you need to know, the link is in the description below. I'll even post the link over on Twitch as well. So, let's get going. Okay, so to begin, we're gonna put on no encounters. The first goal now is to run all the way to where you fight Zemus. So we have to go all the way through. You'll find out why. There is gonna be at least one battle we must fight. One moment, I need to respond to something. I'm sorry about that. Yo, Beastie Man, welcome to the stream tonight. I hope your evening's going good. So, what we going to do is we're gonna run all the way to the end of the lunar subterranean, and I mean all the way, so we can get the final hidden character, party member. Yes, it will be a party member. It surprised me the first time. But we'll have one scripted battle we'll have to fight that's exclusive to this romhack. So we're not going to pick up anything in here. What we're going to do is head straight there. We'll come back in here later and pick up everything. Let's make sure we're ready. I think we are. So, we have a fight. Halt. Zemus? When I lost both my mortal tools, I almost knew human rage. I see. You think you can stop us all the way out here? Nice try, but of course it's not going to work. And you lost them. I now see that your journey must be ended here. Ah, of course. Think again. So we have a spirit and breath. This is more of the same thing as from the crystal area. Make sure to scan. Remember, there's two different enemies here. Mind blow. Poison. Well, thank you for renewing videos. Countdown. Might need to bring back Edward, so now we have the spirit. Nope, I win. Cecil learned Big Guard, so he'll gain new skill here and receive several attack items. So, that was basically a mini boss as a welcoming committee, and the offensive items are the full Firebomb, Ice Shot, Lit Bolt, and Wind Slash. So, let's move on. Nice try, Zemus. You knew you'd fail in the first place anyway. Did you really think sending in a couple of your goons would slow us down? So, there's gonna be save points everywhere in here. Make sure you use them. Do I recommend doing this? You can. On a first playthrough, just don't fight anything. You're gonna see this. So, we'll come back to this dude later. There's special something about him, but we'll come back later for that one. Don't pick up any treasures unless you want to. Just make it all the way through. So you're also going to see this. You're going to see Gilgamesh. We'll fight him later for a really good sword. Now, the sword you see where the crystal sword right there is, it's not the crystal sword in this ROM hack. More will come on that later. Just keep in mind a lot of the chests in the lunar subterranean are trapped with monsters in boxes. So, we've got two shops right here and a save point. This room is where you'll use your sirens to gain pink puffs for your pink tail pickup, and you can buy them right next door at the left shop. And at 100, they're pretty cheap for 99. So, once again, you have two ways. There's a chest over here. We'll be getting that later. It requires a certain way to get to it. And it's not as simple as it looks. There will be a second fight we'd have to pass. So instead of walking all the way around, we'll take the shortcut. And we're in the crystal area. One moment. My apologies. So we're in here, we're still not going to do anything. Or pick up anything. We'll do our lunar subterranean one later. I wanted to get to the very end where we'll have 2 fights we must do. So, in here there are hidden areas that'll paths that'll take you to 2 hidden areas. Once we get past this one. There's a save point down there. So, we start getting into new areas. And you're gonna see what's that over there. That is a sword. We'll be getting that later on. So, we have this thing that's guarding it, likely put by Zemus to keep more out of the inner sanctum. So, what we have here is the AI Mark I attackers and defenders. Strategies more or less the same. Make sure you scan the AI and then take out 2 of the defenders. I mean, 1 attacker and the defender, and keep 1 in because it will do Globe 199. And we don't want that. The attacker and defenders are the exact same as they were in the Giant. Now, you'll notice some attacks do nothing against it, others do a lot. All potion. This battle could get somewhat hard, but it's not that hard, even for a lower level team. Nuke. And it's gone. And you get a Soma drop and a decoy here. You don't get a Globe 199. Look out! That's a close call. So, with this, we continue into new areas. So, we come in here. There are 4 bosses guarding 4 different items. We'll come back and do these later. Do not try these on a first playthrough unless you're feeling kind of lucky. Particularly that one right there, the one with that yellow freaky thing. That's a familiar enemy I've already fought. There's a save point, make sure to use it. We'll actually use it. We are deep into Zemus's lair here. Save it just in case. We'll come back to that later. So, you're gonna notice right here, there seems to be a point right there. That area right here leads to one of the hidden areas. We'll come back to that. Oh, what's this? Who's that? We're about to find out. Let's find out whose this is. Your efforts are in vain. The 2 within will soon meet their end, as you will now meet yours. Really? Okay. 2. So, we have Azimus and Illusions. This fight is exclusive to Ultima Plus. Yes, we actually get to fight Zemus in his first form. Make sure to scan to gain their Bisteri. Now, the thing with Zemus, this battle isn't too hard. But just watch yourself. Haste and wall? Okay. Why don't I just do this? This battle isn't all but hard, but it might take a short while in order to actually win this. So notice he'll reapply and waste turns. Now, you could keep doing it and keep him in that perpetual loop, forcing him not to do anything. There are 2 illusions plus Zemus himself. Somehow he's able to project himself. Once again, he'll waste turns. And that fire 2 isn't an issue. You could also put yourself in wall and bounce things off if you want. But don't worry about Curse. Curse only weakens your physical. Remember, there's 3 enemies in here, not just 1. a week against Holy. He'll start doing 3-level skills, but still shouldn't be a problem for you at this point. M-Cannon. Only one of them is in wall, not both. That's not how this works in this. Okay, one's been defeated. Zemus's illusion now. It's still and that's it. And you'll likely get antimatter, probably silver or gold apples. Really? Okay, Beastie Man, it was just an illusion. And the lookers, surprises are coming. You're gonna see something very shortly that's different than what you would see in vanilla. We're at the end already. But we're not gonna beat the game. Oh no. So, you must re-see this event. This is a scripted fight. Now, you get your first look at bio there, because you usually wouldn't have it at this point. Light flash. W. Mateo. This goes exactly the same. Oh, that was too easy. The evil consuming him made it impossible to use his powers for good. Right on. Oh, you're here. Incredible. Uh-oh. Why do I sense this ain't over? We are the absolute darkness, the product of Zemus's hatred. Who's we? We are Zeromos. We are animosity. Now you must see this through. Death must have deepened Zemus' hate 100-fold. Zemus knows Zemus. I'll cast you back into the darkness. Be gone. We know how this battle goes. It's no use. Use the crystal. Son of Darkness, you can't draw out the crystal's power. None can stop us now. Oh, yes, we can. So, normally you would go into the final battle here, but take a look. See, so wait, Zero Miss is consumed. It's chaotic energy. We can use this chance to escape. Should I transport us back to the surface? Yes. Make sure to click yes. You do miss out on a good soul, but you can get it in the boss rush. So, we are back. Is everyone all right? The situation is dire. Zero must be dealt with, but let's return to the lunar well for now. And you're going, what's going on? You're about to find out. Cecil, take this crystal. Let its power of light guide you. But what about you? I will remain here to aid your engineer. Kulia had mastered the skies, but I have mastered the stars. Cecil, I have faith that you would do what I could not. Theodore, go with Cecil. Hmm? I believe you have the light in you, yeah, and together you will eradicate Zilmus. Very well. Indeed, he may fight at our side. His trust will be earned. Sorcerer Galbez can now join your party. He will not gain EXP or levels if he's not on the active team. Cecil can take this and stop Zero must receive the crystal. So, surprise! Oh, don't worry about this. A quick sleep will solve that problem. A surprise! And probably the thing that shocked me the most. Am I out of room? Do I have 99 silver apples? Oh my gosh, I do. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. So, we now need to make our new team. But we need to get everyone fully restored. So, let's quickly make our new team with our new party member. Most didn't think it possible. Well, I hate to say this, but it is. So now, head down, remake your team fresh. Go ahead and pick up Edward, because he'll be there. Now I'm gonna make my endgame team. So, looky who we have. We have Garbez as an active party member that we control, who has all but 3 spells due to who he is, why he doesn't get to keep them, but he can still gain 3 other ones. But he also has his shadow summon. And surprise, Garbez is left-handed. But first things first, let's get him equipped. There's your surprise. We're gonna give him the Apocalypse. So, he'll begin at around level 79. So, you'll have to work him up to 99 and then to 149 in a new game plus. The final party member has made its return, and the ultimate end team has been made that I do. Now we're gonna head back into the lunar subterranean, no battles, as we head for a certain super boss. Eusolia, if you give him something, he'll give you the best one, the best staff in the game. But we've got 2 things to do first. So let's show off Garbez because he is really good. 8-bit really did good with him. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So, Garbaz, of course, has his black. He has blue magic. The stronger of the blue magic between him and Fusoria, and darkness, which is like false lightning. So, his blue is stronger than Fusoria's. Neato. We're gonna be using this quite a lot. Galbez's Dark is okay, but overall it isn't gonna be a main damage dealer. We'll come back to that opening later. It's now active, but we don't want to right now. Oh, the game's not even close to being over. So, we're still not gonna fight anything. We will do all this later. Lido. Nobody thought it'd be possible, because no one had tried. In none of the ROM hacks I've heard of is Garbez actually playable as a party member. If I'm wrong, correct me in chat. I think 8-Bit took it a step further here. Snowstorm. So, let's fight this dude first, then we need to get out to get the real final main team. So, it's time to fight this dude. Your Majesty? Yes, the king. The former king somehow made his way up here. Indeed, Caesar, my spirit has made home on the moon so I may uncover the Lunarian secrets. I am prepared to pass those secrets on to you if your new strength rivals my own. New strength? As put forth by Espelar, I challenge you to a trial by combat. Have at you. So, we have Raiden. This fight is pretty much same strategy. Defeat him before he cuts you down. However, using lightning will weaken his Adam Edge. Even though it only does one. Once he puts up his sword, or use an item. When he goes, that keeps weakening. Keep doing it. It'll happen right now, but it won't do any damage. Scan him. He has about 50,000 HP. About the same as Odin. If he raises his sword again, start using lightning to weaken Adam Edge to where it'll do nothing. Your light shines brilliantly, Caesar. The world depends on you. I shall wait for you on the lunar well. Come to me when you wish to learn the true nature of light and darkness. Please call me as you need. The King of Knights, Raiden, ready to be called. So, and Cecil learned a new spell. So, Golbez also learns it. Okay, so he returns to the airship. We're going to exit. Return to the airship. To the big well. Gonna turn encounters off. And now we're going to use this, which is a nice convenient shortcut. So let's head to the king. He's in here. Let's make sure we take off everything. And there's a reason why. Darkness and evil are not inherently interwoven. Let the power of dark be unleashed. And ta-da! Cecil's once again a dark night. In which then he can dual wield again. But there's also something else we're going to do inside the lunar subterranean other than the other thing. So, this is my final team. This team is going to take on all the extra content. If you talk to the king again, you'll be able to transform back into Cecil Paladin and vice versa. Like so. But bear in mind, if you switch back, you lose everything Dark Knight Cecil has on. He'll be giving you items that will allow you to switch at will. It may not end up coming right now at this point, but it'll happen. I think after I do the optional super boss in the lunar subterranean. But we're not going to change. We're going to stick with... So I lose Big God and Mighty God. But I gain two-handed plus Dark, which is AoE big damage. Now, we must go all the way back to the crystal area. So there's a lot of running I'm doing right now. I would not recommend on a first playthrough you attempt raiding as soon as you get here. You'll likely be somewhat too under level and not fast enough unless you can get a silk web off. Then just spam lightning once he raises that soul. Make his Adam Edge so weak it won't kill you. And then continue to wail on him. We're still not picking up anything. This romhack has turned 4 upside down. Being able to be Cecil Dark Knight in Endgame. Having Garbez in your party. That stairway right there, we're gonna be headed there. There is a way to get over there. In fact, we're gonna do that first. Actually, no. In fact, we won't. We're going to do the other optional boss. and I would highly recommend you get Galbez in your main team. So if we come over here, hidden way. So you'll see something else over there will be headed there as well. But we're going here first to get this weapon. Remember that sword we saw? Well, it's time. Let's do a quick state save. Mortals really. Mortals seeking the soul to power have come once again. Really? That's an insult, and you'll pay for that at recess. You wish to wield its might, then you must first face mine. Wait a minute, what am I fighting? Oh, haven't we fought before in another game? I think we have. So, we have the goddess. Now, this fight is hard, but it's not impossible. She's weak to dark. It's hard, but not impossible. But I would recommend you come in with headbands to protect versus charm. Because once again, she likes to play the charm game. She'll counter with Petrify, but that's not really gonna play. There's that charm, do not let that. Ethereal Mantle. That slap would do paralysis. Snow. You could help yourself. That embrace is supposed to stone you if you use one of your lunar veils. She'll waste time with Cure 4 when she starts to get low. Impressive. And then she'll use Holy, but it doesn't heal her. Then she'll start trying to use defensive spells and Vitalize. A lot of the super bosses you're gonna be seeing this. And that's it, she's gone, but you're gonna run into a few problems with her, so if you protect yourself versus charm and status changes, she shouldn't be that difficult to beat. I concede defeat. The power you possess is quite profound. I deem you worthy. Take the blade and battle the gods of old. The sword of power, Ultima, is in your hands. So, any place, as you'll see here, the super bosses then become unlocked. Now, some can be fought without beating her, but a lot of them are tied to her. And then we have the final area with that soul. Find the ancient relics. They shall aid your fight against evil. So, you end up back here. So, all of the super bosses and have now been unlocked and are ready to be fought. Powers bound to HP. But we still have one other area to go. We're going to go. Before we begin that, there's one more secret area in here. And no, it's not right there. It's right here. Remember those sparkly things? Well, we're here. And we're about to fight, I wouldn't say tough. Pathetic humans, quite bold of you to defy me, an eternal flawless machine. So, you do want to challenge the AI. So, we have the AI 3 attackers and 3 defenders. So, essentially, same strategy here. That short circuit is going to play the stop game. So make sure you equip time eggs and make sure you have it. Now, get rid of the defenders in the front, attackers in the back. That ion beam is going to be pretty much your hardest thing to avoid. And you're going to have to watch your HP. Once again, always leave at least one. I would almost say you should keep one. They will regenerate as usual, however. Well, hello everyone coming in. You're probably wondering what's going on here and why do I have who I have? Make sure to take out the AI. That gamma ray right there is no joke. So Rosa more or less is on heel duty. Okay. Let's get you out. Make sure to scan this one. And then they'll recover. The hard part is the fact that this battle is not take out the defenders and leave only one attacker. So that's Crush. And then they'll recover. And then this will happen. I didn't mean to do that. This is where it starts to become a little bit dangerous. And your first look with having to use time aids. Yeah, you definitely don't want that. I win. I pick up a Mega Elixir, an M Cannon, and Decoy X6. Powering me down is futile. My code endures. When my system reboots, I shall rise once again. So, you can fight it again, but you can also now bypass it because we're heading up. That fight can get very challenging. So, here we are. We're back at that hidden stair area over here we saw. There's a secret way over here to get that chest, but we'll be coming back here later anyway. Right now, we have one more super boss we need to fight up here. I might end up clipping how to get Galvez and post it out there. So, we have something here, but what is it? One moment. My apologies. So, we have this. Now, you can go around, avoid it, but we're gonna fight it for one specific reason. My name is Ultima. Left here since birth, forgotten in the river of time. I've had an eternity ponder the meaning of things, and now I have an answer. Yes, haven't we fought before in another game? I think we have. And we have Ultima Buster. We have. Up there on the floating continent in Key Edition. Well, hello for those coming in. So, we're facing off against Ultima Buster. So, expect the same shenanigans. However, the thing you want to watch out for in this fight is watch for that shaking. If he starts to shake, it's going to change its attacks. Lunarvel does that shake, which means he moves into its next set of attacks. Lunarvel also puts you in Ethereal Mantle. W. Mateo. He'll do that and Vitalize. And I beat him. So, you received the Grand Helm, the Ribbon, Voidstone, Antimatter, Command Upgrade. Dark will no longer consume Dark Knight Cecil's HP, which is the whole point of fighting this now. So when I use Dark, he'll no longer lose HP. So, it's time to get out of here. We've got the rest of the optional stuff to do. It's time to begin that. Take the shortcut back. So, the rest of the game is now open. I think we may end up stopping shortly. There's something I need to do. And I think we've started our optional stuff. But we'll get into position. It's time to return to Earth. The moon will be the last place you go to fight super bosses. Because the toughest ones are up there. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, Fusoya. We'll take out Z-Miss. But there's stuff we must do. So the counter block does crush. So, we have optional areas to enter. I think we'll start with the one north of Troya. There's quite a bit of stuff, good stuff in there. But we'll need both the chocobo and the hovercraft in order to get over here. Our black chocobo's still here. And we'll land in the forest. Walk on over to our hovercraft. And come over to this cave. So, this is one of the optional areas, but so the Grand Helm, the good news with this is you can use it to lower Cecil's agility, which will make enemies slow as well. Of course, Ribbon has pretty much most status elements block, but not all of them. The admin does that. I just can't believe 8-Bit was able to pull this off. And make him actually useful. Especially with blue magic. That's where Galbez shines. It's not his black magic he has, it's blue magic. It has the upper tier enemy attack skills that Fusoya doesn't have with his. Also, I'm gonna have to start using some silver apples since I maxed out on them. Which is fine because I need to boost the rest of everyone's HP. But we'll do that another time. So, before we're done, let's take a look at the bestiary and see so, here's the first one we just fought. Known for being a straight up buster, the ultimate buster. So, if you have the steal on, you can steal an EXP ring from him. Or if you're using Edge. But that's not all. Magical illusions which guards Zemus' sanctum. So, this is what we fought to get in there. So, pretty much Soma drop and apples. So, AI Mark 1. So it's pretty much apples. Its magical powers at 255 and at level 84. So that's pretty much it. I gotta do some fat chocobo cleaning up, as I don't need a lot of this stuff. A lot of this can be trash, like the boomerang, the llama's hop. We don't need the chain flare. We don't need the ice gland or the flame sword. Even the ogre axe, we can either end up selling or trash them. I recommend if you need money, sell them. These weapons aren't going to do anything for me now and just take up space. Don't worry, I can buy them all again. Blitz Whip, we definitely don't need. Crescent, we don't. Everything else we want to keep. We'll get rid of one set of Yoshi arrows because likely I won't need them ever again since I have plenty of Perseus arrows. You definitely don't need the Elven Bow. Get rid of those. Get rid of both dark herds because you're no longer gonna need that. So yes, once again, CISO can use the crystal just like he could before, even as a Dark Knight. We can do some fighting in here, just for a little while. So, off of our boss, you're gonna see right now, that CISO no longer loses HP. Well, welcome, Colder Than Hot Fire. We're in one of the optional areas. Uh-huh. Surprise! He is. With his black magic, including Shadow, he could still gain 2 more. Uh-huh. Rewatch the vid. I'm gonna clip well how you get him. So, you also see I have CISO Dark Knight back. I'm gonna work on clipping how to do it. We're not gonna really do, I've already done some optional content already to unlock all the super bosses. So, oh, yeah. So, as you can see, Galbez is in there. Good. Edward is extremely busted because Hermes and all of these can now be used. So, for Galbez, he has the other set of blue magic that Fusoria has, but his is the upper tier of enemy skill, going from Snowstorm to W Mateo. Yes, he can cast W Mateo. And he's got his Dark Force Lightning. Red Fang's good. If you want to know how to get Galbez, it will be in the VOD. But I'll also clip it, post it on YouTube as a show as well. So how did I get here? Well, so I take the hovercraft, I come over here, and then I ride my black chocobo back down to the airship. Now, Snowstorm does a proportional amount of damage, just like usual. Now, I also have Dark, which will no longer take away Cecil's HP. So, everything is open. So if we return, so just like in the Game Boy Advance version, everyone is available. But that's not all. So, here's the king. The king of Baron, the one that became Odin. Mm-hmm. And now you have this shop, which has been here, but you also have this second shop that has the sirens. When I went down here, it's empty. It's not anymore. Sid is here, but he is not playable. Mm-hmm. However, he's still busted up from what he did in the underworld, so he's not available, but you're free to choose from any one of your party members here. Plus, Golbez is also in. As soon as you come on, I figured you'd probably say Golbez. Mm-hmm. Yes, no other ROM hack I've heard has been able to implement Golbez as a playable party member, except for this one. But we have a lot of optional content to do. This is what the bread and butter of this game is. Mm-hmm. Oh, is he a playable there? But he's not in the original. In any of the the randomizer ones. I think he might be playable in years after. I was gonna start off with this one first. You know what? Why not? We'll do this for you, coders, since you're on. You wanted to see an optional area? Well, we're going there right now. Everything now in the next stream will be optional content. Decoy. It is. So you'll definitely want to join me tomorrow. Oh, we need to go up there first. The monsters in here are pretty easy. X potion. Crush. There is. So, there's a hidden chest in the water. And we have 4 dark dragons. Silk web. Mazer. Mm-hmm. Ice shard. Raiden, True Edge. Demolish. Lunaville. Gale. Flame Gale. And you will gain an EXP ring here. Because Gobez, when you get him, he'll pretty much be at level 79. But he won't gain any levels or gain any EXP unless he's in the party. We'll do a little bit more of this. You know what? Actually, I may make an executive decision, make a change. I want to be one of the more harder super bosses because it's more one of the key ones. W. Mateo. Stick with me. We're going to go do and pass one right now. I'll play longer. But not too much. I do have something I need to do. But we may not pass it until no, you know what? We'll see how long it takes. So, we need the hovercraft. So, Coda, you've been to this place already. So, my plan after finishing Ultima Plus will be Secret of Mana Plus. Another ROM hack that adds more to that game. I've been asked to, and I said I would. So, we're gonna come down here. I think, Calder, you've been to this one already. Magic dogs are essentially useless. Okay, so you haven't been over here, although you could still get here via Black Chocobo. Lower or upper? Wait, you said earlier. Oh no, you're in there. Are you in the lower or the upper? Are you heading for Rubicante? Okay, so you're just going in for the first time. Worry not, as I showed before. The Tower of Babel will stay open the entire game now. Because there's a super boss in there that is now available to me. Yes, the optional boss at the beginning of the tower of that magma giant. Now remember, you already saw him in the volcano in a regular battle. But we're gonna use this. So, some would say this is, uh-huh. Welcome to Dragon Mountain. There is a super boss here that I'm going to pass, one of the more harder ones. I have the counter block on. So, my Dark Knight's equipment, I have the counter block on, Titus's weapon from 10. You get diamond stuff in here because you get these types. It's a new monster exclusive to this romhack. Save point. could come here early on in the game, but you're going to be completely out-challenged. But you can only complete half of it. Stop sand doesn't work. Ice shard. Dark. Mount Haven sold. I know it is trippy, all potion. Diamond ring. It's all giving you hints here. There is a weapon upcoming we're going to fight. There's something up here. Another silver apple. Okay, I need to use it because I'm at 99. I don't need the diamond stuff. But I do need this. So, this can be done early on. Well, hello, Climax. Welcome. Hope your evening's going good. As you can see, we're on Dragon Mountain with my end team. Received the Thunder Soul. This is a good soul early on. But we're not done yet. I'm here for the real boss. So if you go behind here... Oh yeah, there's a lot of dragons here. And the old boss, the Vulture, is also here. So we're gonna pass this super boss before I stop tonight. Mount Haven Soul Summit. We're actually going to go to him now. I'll pick up. Oh yeah. Edward's busted now. Edward is busted. Because he can now solve anything in the game. But the true boss, the true super boss is here. And this one is going to be a challenge, even for me. Before, if you tried, you couldn't do it. I see you have attained the Ultima Sword. Perhaps you are worthy of my challenge after all. Prepare yourself. And we have Shinru. We're actually going to wait. No, we won't be wasting your time soon. Make sure to scan him. Keep him interested in you. The light flash. Yes, now you see why. We must get ourselves up. And then we need to use a silk web. And this battle's no joke. I made it look easy. He's not. Well done. Made the Illumina radiate with your light. A tremendous magical power encircles your party. Rosa's prey becomes more divine, which is really good. Paladin Caesar learns Mighty God. Rosa and Poem both learn Cure 5. And Palem learned Quasar. Dark Knight Caesar and Rydia both learned Supernova. And that's just one of them. I did make it look easy. It's not. You will have trouble, but it can be beaten. So we're done here. And you pick up the Judgment Hammer. The Illumina. Yes, that sold from 6. Is actually one of the ultimate weapons of the game. The Thunder Sword is just a Thunder Sword. If you can get it in the beginning, Paladin Cecil actually becomes quite good with its high attack, and you might be able to win that fight. And then we have our Ultima. And the Grand Helm. So, we can get out of here, but we're gonna complete everything in here. I'm gonna turn on no encounters. Oh, right. You don't go back this way. You go down here. A lot of dragons, a lot of trap chests in here. Renew. And we'll gain the merit cap. A green and a yellow deed. We better scan both. Thunder. And a diamond helm. See, you get all the diamond stuff here as kind of a clue that you should equip that to resist thunder. Light bell from 7. And this would be the first time you pick up a mega elixir. There is actually only 2 total you actually gain, but there's a shop where you can buy them. But you'll want to be using all potions. Basically, what you want to do against Shinru is allow him, because he's going to open with Supernova before you get to do anything. So automatically have someone use an all potion to heal everyone. Get him slow and keep yourself healed. boost your magic defense will help in negating its light flash and atomic ray. But he's fast, even with a silk web. So, if we go to the bestiary, and we find Shinru, he's up here somewhere. Oh, I've already fought the boss that colder than hot fire that unlocks the super bosses. Looky who it is. There he is. So, you can steal an M cannon from Shinru. His agility's at 254. And at level 98. I would recommend being around level 70 to level 80 to realistically be able to keep up to beat him. If you attempt below 70, it might be pretty hard for you to keep up with its speed. So, the ice cave was one area. This is another area, and we still have a lot more to go. We're going to return to the ice cave in our next playthrough tomorrow. So, I think we'll end it here. Still a little ways to go. But yes, this is my end team, but you may choose to use Yang. Yang is the best physical attacker here. If you berserk him, just be prepared. If you're gonna do that, prepare for super bosses counters. Because a lot of them like to counter with nasty stuff. If you're gonna use the twins, you're gonna need to gain up their HP. Use Edward, you need to gain up his HP and levels. A lot of people I've seen choose to go with CISO as a paladin, not as a dark knight, which could be a good viable strat, although I went with CISO Dark Knight because even though I have Big God, I lose it. Almighty God, Edward can cover with the elf cloaks. So I don't need to have him in here. Notice you can't use Cure 5 out of battle. It's only in battle. But it does bypass reflect. She'll gain Ultima naturally. Galvez can learn two more things. One's going to be bio, and the other one is going to be black hole. That's what it is. So, this is my endgame team, and this is the team. I'll go through the rest, including the boss rush and the developer battle. More on that later. But we'll end it here. Join me tomorrow night as we continue optional content. Once again, colder than a hot fire. I hope I can catch you at the beginning so you can see it all, because that's all that's pretty much left to do now. The story's pretty much done. You wanted to see it? Well, here we are. So, thank you everyone. Thank you Climax for jumping in. Thank you Beastie Man for also jumping in. I appreciate all of you joining me more than you know. So, if you're still here watching the vid, a thumbs up and a follow on YouTube, a follow and a sub on Twitch would greatly help me in both. And if you sub before August 31st, you'll gain VIP status. It doesn't matter which one. And I'm gonna keep putting this out. If we can get 100 subs on YouTube and 100 followers on Twitch, I'll put on my camera and you can see the man behind the voice. So, thank you all. You all have a good night. We're gonna raid somebody out over on Twitch. Sorry, YouTube chat once again. I can't redirect. So, to all of you over on YouTube, have a good night. This is Soa signing out. Let's see who we're going to raid on Twitch. You know, on second thought, we won't. Doesn't look like there's anything interesting. So, you all have a good night. This is Soa signing out.